Welcome to CTV News Trendline with Michael Stittle and Nik Nanos.
Nick, one of the things Doug Ford has done recently is promised to tear up some bike lanes in Toronto. What do you make of that?
It's kind of like, I think this is a new reality television show. Political bike lane wars, right? Kind of one of those things where, and Toronto is basically ground zero for these bike lane wars where, some of these main arteries, main streets like Eglinton Avenue, where, the sidewalks have been redone, very nicely done, but that they're bike lanes. The bike lanes have cut into parking spots, it's cut into traffic. And that, what we're talking about is bikers. Why don't we call them cyclists, not bikers? Because that might be something else. Cyclists versus drivers and friction on that front. So much so that the provincial government wants to intervene. They've put money on the table to rip out bike lanes and also are engaging in approval of bike lanes. Wow. Like, when the provincial government is in the business of approving bike lanes, that's kind of like, I don't know whether we want to call that overreach, but for municipalities, they are creatures of the provincial government. So it's kind of interesting that there'll be time that some politician or minister of the crown will be spending time reviewing bike lane requests. But this is a hot potato politically. And in research that we've done with CTV News, it suggests that there's appetite actually to try to figure out a solution to have bike lanes, but not bike lanes that take up traffic lanes. To try to figure out, are there other creative ways to have a cycling infrastructure that might not have as much of a material disruption to the current bike lane approach, and then expect the mayor of Toronto and the premier of Ontario to kind of duke it out, and then where will the Liberals land on this? This is probably a good strategy for the Conservatives to pick up votes in Toronto, suburban Toronto, and to hold on to that, and to probably try to use this as a wedge against not just the New Democrats but also the Liberals.